back onto the FJ. We are going to be taking the weather strip off these doors. Very similar to the rear door weather strip job, so I won't bore you with the specifics on how to do it and what to use, but we'll just do a quick time lapse of getting that old nasty seal off. You can hear it, it's rock hard. Look at that dust. Just like the back door, it's either going to be dust or it's going to be rock hard, which some of the bottom might be. So we'll get to it, get it all prepped and ready for the new weather strip. Yep, it is a nasty job. Probably why I keep putting it off, because I already did the rear and I'm sick of it. But the plastic non-marring scraper is doing its job. This is probably impossible to clean up with the door on, so I will be taking it off, but I'm not going to hit the pins out. I'm just going to unbolt it, and then I've also got the seals for this kick vent, so I'll probably just take it all apart at the same time. So you got this seal is basically gone. There's some right here, but there is nothing at the top. And look inside, you can see some runoff down there. So trying to get this sealed up and have no more leaks inside before we start getting to the undercarriage and braking and steering components. But this is just the driver door scraped off, so we still have to do the passenger and then clean up all of this stuff from both doors before we're ready to put the new weather strip on. So on the second step of this job, I like to do the eraser wheel. So I'll get the plastic scraper, scrape it off as much as I can, and then get the eraser wheel, and it takes off almost all of the soft material. Next, I'll do a quick cleanup and some Goo Gone. And if I can touch up more spots with the eraser wheel, I will. But most of it will probably have to be Goo Goned off pretty aggressively, which is what I did on the rear doors. And hopefully to take some of this off. This was some stock sealant around the door that just melted over time. I've seen it on a few FJs on the internet, so I think that's normal. But I don't want to damage or scratch anything trying to get into this crevice and get all this soft stuff out. So I will be taking the doors off for sure. That really just made up my mind right there. But this is pretty much almost ready for the new weather strip. Just a little bit more work. Prep work always takes longer than the actual job itself, but it pays off in the end with the final fit and finish. After I finished up all the prep, I had my father-in-law come over and help me remove the doors, finish up the prep work I couldn't get in between the door and the inner pillar, and he wanted to work on the FJ with me. He's actually the original owner that I bought it from. So I made sure to do just as much as I could the day before, but leave enough work for both of us to get some wrench time in together. And he was also there when we did the cylinder head removal, all of the gasket seals, valve adjustment, carb rebuild, fuel system, and even cooling system rebuild. The FJ has sat since '97, so it needs a lot of love and care before it gets back onto the road. And this is just one of the steps in getting it back onto the road and hopefully taking him for a drive with us. Once the doors were prepped, we wiped it down with 99% alcohol and sat the seals on the door, clamped them down, made sure everything lined up where they were supposed to. And I used the same glue adhesive activator that I used on the rear doors. So it's an IC-2000 adhesive glue and a BSI-151H Insta-Set activator. It's just a little spray that you put on the glue and hold it down maybe 5 to 15 seconds, and it's there. It's not moving at all. We're about halfway done. I got one more door. This one just wrapped up Weatherstrip glue on this side and on this side. So you have to do 2 strips of glue all the way around. And then I had to join these two with the adhesive instant activator as well. And we still have to do the kick vent seals, but the main priority is getting these door seals on for today. All right, guys, we got the Weatherstrip on the driver's side. Everything's good to go. Put the packing front and back and lower for the windshield as well on this door as I did on the passenger. And now we have solid shutting doors, no rattle, no leaks. Everything's good. It's a long job, but it's well worth it in the end. So here you can see a little bit better with the sunlight. It is sealed nice and tight. That upper bow packing doing its job. Same for this one. And then that one right there. On to the next. We'll be doing Burfield knuckle rebuilds. I got new hubs coming in and power washing the entire bottom, changing whatever seals it needs. There's a leak right there coming from the transfer case. And suspension lift possibly, but we'll see about that when we get there. Wow! Nice!
Look how smooth it is.